We begin with some sad news. The three-story building that collapsed in the Ebutemeta area of Lagos State. Director General of the Lagos State Emergency Management Agency, Olufemi Okiosaitolu, who confirmed the development, says there was no loss of life. He also adds that the cause of the collapse is yet to be ascertained, but rescue operations is still underway.
Another day, another building collapsed in Lagos, but this time at the Ebutemeta area. This three-story building had been marked for demolition by the Lagos State government over 25 years ago. But in one of the most unusual cases, no casualties were recorded, as one of the residents alerted other occupants of the building at the sound of a loud bang from a block which fell on the ceiling. The officials of Lagos State Emergency Management Agency are now on ground to manage the situation.
Naba pé kíndìdé pé eléyìí ní ọ̀hún bí n ṣe dìde báyìí ṣe ni tibitemi náà jókòó tó dẹ̀yẹ̀. Àwọn aráalé ò sí bẹ́ẹ̀ nílé, àwọn ọmọ náà wà nílé, àwọn ọmọ àtọmọ ọmọ àwọn náà wà nílé, ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ló ti lọ́bi iṣẹ́, àwọn tí ò dẹ̀ lọ́bi iṣẹ́ wọ́n wà nílé. Àyàn kan kò ṣeṣe o.
I was in the kitchen preparing meal for the children when I heard the sound of a stone falling on the ceiling. So I went to check. When I saw that it was a big stone, I was like, where is this stone coming from? I thought they threw it from upstairs. So that fear now made me call the children out of the kitchen that they should come to the sitting room. So we packed all the food to the sitting room. So I was dishing out their food there. When I had another sound outside. So when I got outside, I saw a part of the building broken. So I was like, what is happening here? So I was trying to assess what could have happened, probably to call my mom, to call the bricklayer. Maybe they would do something about it so that it will not injure anybody. Until I had another sound. I was there assessing when another one broke. So immediately I just called the attention of the children that they should come out. So as they rushed out, I came out, I met my mom sitting out, I met my mom sitting outside. I just told her that she should stand up from there, that something is happening inside, which may affect the building. So immediately she came out, and I called on people, I was shouting for people to come out. Those that were inside, they came out. So immediately they came out, it wasn't even up to 5 minutes, they came out, that the whole building collapsed. No casualty at all, none.
The first thing we need to understand is the majority of the buildings that are collapsing today are almost 40, 50 years of age. And we also have to commend the governor and the executive arm of government for the work that they've taken up recently in terms of addressing the residents of Lagos State about unplanned buildings that they've put up and how they need to ensure that they have the requisite documents, otherwise they'll start pulling down buildings themselves. And this is a clear example of the work that the Lagos State government has been having. Let's say, for instance, the people in our area who own the buildings who have weak structures had listened to the governor when he told them, please go and do the tests, please go and address your buildings that have issues. We wouldn't have incidents like this happening. We would have an area where houses would be standing for many, many, many more years. And the thing that even worries me the most about this building is it's right next to a school. And it's come down now in this school as well, and I'm sure the foundations or the structure of this school will also be affected. So now we'll need the individual that owns this building to also come and do a test on their building to see if it still fits and structurally sound to be standing. There is, absolutely. So for instance now, as this building has fallen into collapse, if the individual who owns the building does not take the requisite steps to ensure that the building is safe and secure, it will be removed from him by the state government, and they'll take ownership and use it for something much better than he's done. So it's now up to him to take the requisite steps to ensure that the place is safe and ensure that he's pulled down and demolished the rest of the structure that's still there. Well, it's very important that the developers we hire, we do checks on them. You know, if you have a building, you're a family and you have a piece of land somewhere and you want to operate a joint venture with a developer, check what they've done previously, check their antecedents check where they've built houses, check how those houses are sustaining in future generations, so you don't end up falling at the hands of cowboy builders who do shoddy workmanship, and eventually nobody benefits when the whole building comes crumbling down.